Good morning. Hi, I'm Danny Carter Iddens, and I just want to welcome you. I'm sitting in my dining room here in sunny Valparaiso. It's actually a beautiful day today, but it's kind of cold, so I decided to do this inside rather than outside because anybody who knows me knows that the thing I don't like in life is being cold. I don't want to be cold. So I don't know why I live here. We call Valparaiso, we actually call it Valparain snow because that's basically all it does. It snows and it rains and it rains and it snows. And then we get one day of happy sunshine and then it does it all again. Anyways, if you don't know me, I'm a meaningful living mentor. Oh, hey, Rachel. Hey, girl, hey. And I just like to help people empower themselves by living healthy so that they can reclaim themselves. A lot of times life gets in the way and we just don't allow ourselves to take care of ourselves. So that's kind of what I do, is help you just make sure that you are taking care of you so that you can take care of everyone else in your family. So I'm going to give folks a few more seconds to hop on, and while I do that, go ahead, do me a favor, say hi. Rachel already said hey, and drop a comment below if you are from somewhere I never heard of, or I don't know, tell me something cool about yourself, whatever. And yeah, we'll get started in just a second. All right, cool. Okay, so today for our Monday morning motivation, we are going to talk about whether or not your goals are smart. That doesn't mean I'm calling your goals dumb. What I'm actually saying is SMART is an acronym, and it stands for SMART, meaning specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So last week we kind of talked about, taking the word try out of your vocabulary and having more intention with your with what you're going to do. So I thought this week it would make sense to kind of expound on that. And while I'm telling you to be intentional with what you do and, with the actions that you're going to take and the goals you're going to set, I thought it made a lot of sense for me to kind of explain to you how to be intentional, because sometimes just, wanting to be intentional, it doesn't always work that way. So, like I said, SMART is an acronym, and it's something that we used. Once again, my husband brought this up to me, and I was like, my gosh, he comes up with these awesome topics for me every single week. One week I'm going to catch him when he's home. He's at work right now. He's a school teacher, and so he never gets to do these, but I'm going to catch him when he's home, and we're going to do them together so that he can tell you all this stuff that he gives me these ideas every single week. He's kind of a rock star at this. So first I'm going to talk about making sure your goals are specific. So remember in grade school when they would tell us, when we had to write the newspaper or what our newspaper article or whatever, and we had to tell them the who, what, where, when, and why? Well, this is the exact same thing. When you're setting a goal, you want to be specific. So you want to know, what do you want to do? Who is going to be involved? So, because sometimes when you set a goal, if you say, I'm going to, be in the Olympics. Okay, cool. But who's going to help you get there? Because it's not, you can't just get up on a Monday morning and be like, I'm going to the Olympics. You got to have people who are going to help you get there. Where will it be done? So obviously I can't train for the Summer Olympics here in Valpo because, like I said, Valparain snow, we're going to lose, I'm going to lose some time. Why am I doing this? What's your purpose? What is your reason for wanting to do this? And then finally, when is this going to happen? Okay, so you want to make sure that you're specific and you use action words like I will do, I will go, I am going to do this, I am going to go over here. And not, like our word last week, not just saying I'm going to try to take the stairs at work instead of the escalator or the elevator. No, you give yourself specific goals. Like this morning when I go to work, when I'm going to take the stairs for the first 2 flights, and then I'm going to get on the elevator, and then in a week I'm going to take the stairs for the first 3 flights, and you work your way up towards your goal. Second, you want to make sure it is measurable. So that's the M in SMART. And you want to be able to track your progress from the beginning to end so that you can measure the outcome. You want to make sure that you are not just giving yourself a goal and like kind of sending it off into the ether, and that it has no, like end game, no kind of like, is there a way to count to see if you are like taking steps towards if you're like anywhere near achieving your goal. And you want to know when your goal will be accomplished. So, you don't want to just set something up and say like, hey, I'm gonna, run a marathon. Hey, Melanie, how you doing? But you don't have like, okay, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I'm gonna run this many miles. You don't have like small, achievable things within that goal. It's gonna just kind of get lost and never really, you're not gonna be able to measure it. You're not gonna be able to see if this is something that you can do. And that leads to whether or not the goal is achievable, which is the A in SMART goals. How are you going to do this? Do you need people to help you do this? Do you need, what resources do you need? Like I said, in using our marathon example again, you just can't get up one morning and be like, I'm going to run a marathon. Okay, well, like, how are you going to do this? Who's going to help you? Where are you going to do this? What is happening? Like, how is this going to happen? And you want to make sure it's not out of reach, okay? So you want to make sure that your goal is achievable, because here's the problem. If it's not achievable, your chances of completion go down. Okay, so you don't want to give yourself a goal that is impossible. Like, you don't want to say, I'm gonna learn how to speak French next week, because when you fail, because like unless you like have a photographic memory and you can remember and you pick up languages like that, you're probably not going to learn an entire language in a week. So then when you have that goal and it doesn't happen, then you're like, oh, I can't do anything. I can't do anything right. Well, no, it's not that you can't learn French. It's that it's a week. Give yourself an achievable amount of time. The other thing is that you don't want to make it unnecessarily easy. That also doesn't help your brain feel like you did anything. You don't want to be like, I'm going to walk across the room. Like, okay, if that's something that you do all the time, it's not necessarily, a goal to do something that you've been doing all this time. The R in SMART is relevant. You want to make sure that this is a worthwhile goal. Sometimes we are not always honest with ourselves. Like, we have these big goals that we want, but then like, are they worthwhile? Are they really helping us get to the bigger picture of what our long-term plans are? Will it meet your needs once it's achieved? I mean, okay, cool. You can speak French fluently, but if you live in the United States, like, cool, you're going to do that. You're going to speak French, and maybe it's a cool parlor game. Yeah, look what I can do. But I mean, like, is it going to meet your goals? Now, if you're moving to France, get on it, because you're going to need to know how to speak French. But make sure the goal is going to meet your needs once it's achieved. And does it fit into your immediate or long-term plans? Like I said, if the goal is to live in France, yes, learn how to speak French. But if the goal is to live in, Beijing, I don't know if French is what you need, or if it's even going to help you, in the long run. Finally, you want to make sure your goal is time-bound. And this is where a lot of us get lost. Your goal should be timely. It should have an end date. It should have a date, a time, a year, that you want it to be met. So if you are thinking, I don't know, like Jim and I, we have not been on our humongous honeymoon yet. Like we went on like a little baby honeymoon after we got married, but we haven't been on a big honeymoon. So our goal was to go on our actual honeymoon on or before our 10th anniversary. Now, that's not that great of a goal, because I have no idea how that's going to happen. I have made no plans, taken no steps towards making that happen. So I have to revise that goal, because it's not that good of a one. But you know what I mean? That's what I mean. We did give ourselves a date, but we have no plans on how it's going to happen. So I had to go back and figure out how to make that goal a SMART goal as opposed to just like something I'm talking about, something we're talking about. And this can help give you a sense of urgency by helping you create mini goals. And so, you know, maybe my mini goal for learning to speak French, I don't know, is that, okay, well, maybe not speak French fluently, but I want to be able to, you know, say hi, bye, and whatever by December. That's much more achievable, and it's much more realistic, and I'm giving myself a timeline. I want to have these things memorized by December 31st. Before 2019 hits, I'm going to be able to speak conversational French. Okay, so then what you would do is you got to sit there and you got to figure out, well, how am I going to do that? Well, I need to get a French, so I need to get software. I need to get that Duolingo or Babbel or something like that. Who's going to be involved? Like I said, Duolingo, Babbel, me. Where will it be done? On my phone, more than likely, while I'm at home, while I'm on the train on my way to work, while I'm sitting in the pickup line for my son. You know, why am I doing this? To better myself, because I'm going to France next year. You know, any of these things are or what you want to go through when you're deciding, you know, if your goal is a SMART goal. And like I said, you want to have mini goals, okay? And you want to make sure your mini goals are SMART goals too. So even your mini goals that you're taking that lead to your big goal, you want to make sure that it is specific, it is measurable, it is attainable, it is relevant, and it is timely. You don't want to, even in your little goals, you want to make sure that they are SMART, because then you'll lose yourself in them, okay? And you just want to make sure that any goal you have is leading towards your ultimate goal, and whatever that goal is also should be a SMART goal. You see where I'm going with this? So you want to make sure that you are able to go through anything that you want to do, anything that you want to achieve, and you can fill out these specific areas. So I hope this was helpful, guys. I'm going to hop off of here and I'm going to finish my coffee because it is ice cold. I gave up on actually drinking warm coffee when my son was born, so now I've convinced myself I like cold coffee. But I'm going to invite you to share your goals with me. Hey, girl. Oh, hey, Jamie. How you doing? I'm going to invite you to share your goals with me so I can help you figure out how to make them smarter. And so if you want to do that, go ahead and drop a comment and I will get to you. And you can send me your goals. We can, and I can help you figure out how to make them smart. Okay, and to make sure that what you are, you know, trying to do is something that fits all of the SMART criteria. You can comment below, or you can drop me a message on Facebook. I'll get back to you, and we can do a phone chat, we can do a video chat, we can do whatever. I would definitely love to talk to you and help you figure out if where you're trying to go is, you know, what you're trying to do. The last thing I want to do before I get off of here, I almost forgot, is I am doing a book study for Rachel Hollis's Girl Wash Your Face. I want to invite you to join me on that. If you want to know more information about that, comment below. I will go ahead and send you info. We are going to be starting really soon. So yeah, she was kind of my inspiration for the whole goal thing. After I read that and I talked to my husband, I was just like, oh my gosh, goals. So yes, please let me know if you want to bounce some goals off me. If you want to get more information about the Girl Wash Your Face book study, comment below. I will get back at you. I hope you have a great Monday, because, you know, Monday. Yeah. And I hope this brought you value and it was informative. And if you have any questions, I'm always around. So, okay, I'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.